Mr. Das, hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for speaking with ET now. First up, if you can give us the big numbers and the headlines in terms of what was your performance like this quarter and what is the overall strategy going forward?
This quarter has been good on more than one count. That is, first of all, credit has picked up. It was very subdued in the first two quarters. By end of Q3, we registered a year-on-year growth of about 5.5% in our overall credit. Our CD ratio also has gone up from about 65% in March to more than 70%. So that is one thing in business front. And in deposits, our CASA has grown by about 12%, CASA percentage more than 44%. So that's on the liability side. And in the asset quality side, this quarter has been excellent in terms of slippage management, despite a lot of stress in the market. Our slippage, which was about ratio, which was about 2% in March 21, has come down to 0.4%. That's how it has helped us in maintaining the profit levels.
Okay, so there has been some improvement when it comes to the asset quality, but what kind of growth traction are you seeing in the domestic business, as well as if you can throw some light regarding the international business, how is that performing?
International, it was down for about a year or so after certain policy measures announced by Reserve Bank of India, and it affected all the banks. We started at about 51,000 in the year beginning. We have gone to about 57,000. By the end of the year, we hope to cross 60,000. But again, more than international, which accounts for only 13 to 14% of our loan book, we are focusing even more on domestic front because of the high potential available and better margins. So we are foreseeing, compared to 5.5% as of December, a credit growth of about 8%. Which will be made possible with better traction at the field level and also a lot of initiatives taken by the government to prop up demand. So about 8% growth in credit is what we are aiming at for March 31st, 2022.
Das, but one of the things which has been concerning the street has been the performance of the MSME sector. We have been hearing how there's a bit of stress in that particular segment. What is your experience on the ground and what kind of trends are you seeing in MSME space?
As you are aware, MSME segment is probably the worst affected post-COVID. Even today also there is a lot of stress available, and more so in the micro and small segments. And while our RAM increased by about 12.5%, our MSME growth was 9%. Retail grew at 16%, and agri grew at 12%. So MSME growth itself was less, appetite was less, because the activities, livelihood activities, and the other productive activities also suffered a lot. Many are still trying to regroup and recoup from COVID. We have done through ECLGS about 6,000 crore disbursal. But I think it will take a little more time as the multiplier effects emanate from the announcement of different measures by the government. I think it will come back to normalcy from Q1 of next year.
So, Mr. Das, MSME is a bit sluggish, but what about the affordable housing segment? Because that has been one of the focus area of the government. We have seen quite a few announcements to push that sector forward when it comes to the budget as well. Could this be a growth driver for your business going forward?
We have done well in affordable segment, although there is a lot of work to be done still. And few cases in Maharashtra and other states, we have been, doing a lot of financing there. In the recent in Solapur also, we did a lot of projects there. I think it's still work in progress, and the announcements made in affordable housing segment in the budget, I think definitely it will help the entire banking industry. So we will take it forward.
Mr. Das, now let me ask you a question in the interest of the viewers who are joining us. The customers were facing some transaction issues and some digital glitches. Has that been sorted now?
Yeah, it was basically in every migration exercise this happens because the system is being upgraded to a new system, core banking system. I think we are done with most of the issues by maybe by the next weekend. I think entire system should be up and going.
Sure, that point is taken, but also talk to us about the COVID impact. Did you see any impact of that on the provisioning this quarter, or is there any credit support that you're expecting?
We have done a lot of proactive provisioning right from the beginning of the year. So we didn't find much stress there since we have done it adequately over and above what was the regulatory requirement. So we didn't find much stress on the provisioning count.